Hey, what's up everybody? So today I'm taking you through what's in my bag. First, let's start with the bag itself. I like to use the Dumpkey bag by Tiffin. I chose this bag because honestly, it looks like a regular book sack. You can't tell from the outside that it's a camera bag. The inside has pouches that you can take out and then use for keeping different camera supplies, or just take them out and use it as a regular bag. But all in all, it's a camera bag and you can't tell. In the front pouch, I have an Aperture MC light just in case I have to light something. This doesn't always stay in the bag with me, but if I'm doing something that I know might be a little dark, I like to keep this light with me. It's very thin, very compact. I know there's a new version, but I just don't have it right now. Next, I have a couple of filters in here. So I have a Tiffin Black Pro Mist and then a phone adapter for my iPhone 15. I just throw this on here on my camera and then I can shoot and log or do whatever. And I just like that it takes the digital edge off of my camera. Then I have another Black Pro Mist. I love Black Pro Mist on everything. This is a 1/4 Black Pro Mist by Tiffin. This is the one that lives on my camera for the most part. Next, I have a color checker passport. I use this for white balance or just kind of different things where I know I might have a tricky time color grading. So I kind of take this, see what the color temperature is and everything like that, and just get a cool balance on that. If I need to, I'll pull this out, and then when I go into DaVinci Resolve, it's super easy for me to edit. This is kind of like an essential thing for me. It stays in the Pelican, it stays in my bag, just things like that. Then I have storage. I have a ton of storage. I normally keep a bunch of these SanDisk drives. So even when I'm on the go, I'm doing a lot of editing, a lot of dumping. A lot of my stuff is one-man band, so being able to back up my footage and everything like that is very crucial for what I do. Next, I have Sony batteries. These are just the standard batteries for my Sony FX3, Sony A1, different things like that. They all take the same battery, so I like to just keep 3 of them in the bag, fully charged. You never know. Lastly, in the front pouch, I have the Polar Pro Slate. So in here, I basically have my memory cards. Some of them are in the camera right now, and my CFast Express Type A memory cards. I keep everything in here is nice, cool, weatherproof. Seal it up. Now let's get to the main compartment. Right on top, I have the Sony FX3. This is my main video camera. I vlog with it. I shoot my films with it. I don't take pictures with it, but it can take pictures. On here, I have the 24mm f1.4. This is kind of my go-to lens for most of my films and everything like that. So this kind of just lives on there. And I have a step-up ring because I use 82mm for pretty much every filter that I own. Next, I have a Sony A1. So this is my main photo camera that I normally use. I've been using Sony A1s for a long time now. I don't necessarily use this camera all the time, but if I'm taking pictures, this is kind of my camera of choice. I might switch to a smaller camera depending on what I'm doing, but this is just kind of my go-to. And I have an 85mm on here right now, but I normally have a 24-70 Sigma on here. So yeah. And then I also have a strap on here by PGY Tech, I believe. Yep. So this is my go-to camera strap. I have the little camera ball things on each camera. So depending on what I'm using, I can just easily have a camera strap. Moving right along, I have my headphones. Right now I'm rocking the Audio-Technica ATH M50X. So these are great studio reference headphones. I use these, or I use my Sony headphones, but honestly kind of messed those up on the earmuffs, so I kind of have to get those fixed. And before that I used Beats, but honestly I prefer these as the Sonys for the most part. Next, I have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Honestly, I love this little camera. I love how small and compact it is. I can just throw it on top of the camera. I can put this in my pocket and just get some amazing shots. And what's crazy is I had the original version of this and it was huge. So seeing this after coming from the original is just astonishing. So yeah, I love this little guy and I'll be making more videos on it. I like to keep a USB-C dongle in here. It has 3.0 USBs, micro SD card, USB-C for charging and everything, and then the HDMI. I also normally keep a memory card reader in here for the Sony CFast cards that I have, but it's just not in here right now. But this actually kind of lives in the front. It just depends on where I put it. Audio wise, I love the Rode Wireless Pros. I use these mics for so many things, and I love the 32-bit internal recording. So I just kind of keep it with me. If I forget the cable, I can record directly to the device. And also too, it has time code. So I love being able to just sync a bunch of things together, jam sync it with my tentacles. It works for the bigger workflows and the smaller workflows, and the battery life is great. So this kind of just stays in my bag now. Next, we have my iPad. I use an iPad Pro. Pretty simple device, but I love to use this for taking notes, shot list. If I'm on a plane or something, I pull this out instead of my laptop. Great battery life. You know, I can monitor my cameras, do different things. I think it's pretty versatile to have this when you're traveling around, as well as a laptop, just because you can get more than one thing done at a time. Lastly, we have my laptop. I'm rocking the M1 Pro. I've been using this laptop for a while now. I tried different models, and honestly, this laptop holds it down. I think I might eventually upgrade it, but as far as what I'm doing, for the most part, it gets the job done. So this has been a great laptop, and it's still kicking. Normally I don't even keep a laptop this long, but it's been really holding it down. So yeah, shout out to the M1 Apple Silicon series. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I keep in my bag. I try not to like clump my bag up with a whole bunch of gear. It's hard because I'm a gear nerd, but I just like to keep what gear I need depending on what video I'm shooting. So this changes on a regular basis. Sometimes I have one camera, sometimes I put my FX6 in the bag. It's a lot of space, so it just really depends. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions or anything, put it in the comments below. I have all the gear in the description. And as always, be cool, be great, and go create.